like, share, and subscribe to Matt Diamond Flix.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's your favorite guy. It's Matt Diamond, and where are we? We're in Mtwapa. I'm not even partying. I'm just here. It's nighttime. It's Sunday night, matter of fact, but everything's still rolling. This town's getting a little bit sleepy. It used to be always rowdy, and things are changing. So I got my bro with me. He'll be joining shortly, and we're gonna talk about like what's up with Mtwapa. Is it still popping? Is it still growing? And I think the answer is yes. However, the scene is definitely changing a little bit. So we're gonna see what is the story behind this Mtwapa. Tell us about Mtwapa. Anything you want to say about Mtwapa?
It's crazy, man. So many Muzungus with hope of finding cheap kuma. It's terrible.
I don't mean everyone is a bad one. Everyone is bad in Mtwapa. We have the coolest people. We are in the coolest place. Of course, people are the most lovely people we have in Kenya.
Yeah, very
They are
friendly
people.
very
You know,
friendly.
everyone knows this man.
I leave for a year and people are greeting me saying I'm fat now. I say Najua, bro. Good to see you. It might even be dangerous for me to be talking about it. Even out here on the street, somebody might be like, huh?
What exactly what are you people trying to talk about? To address everybody in.
Hey, Nightlife,
Hey, man,
bro.
what's up? Oh my
Tuko
God.
pamoja.
Oh my God. Oh
Look at
my
me.
God. After blocking me. Actually,
I think the Las Vegas of Kenya is the whole coast.
yes, sure. Distinguishedly, you won't get to know when is the day and when is the night.
Around 2015, this place was about 50,000 people.
Yeah.
As of the last year or two, it's almost 100,000. So from 50,000 to 100,000 people in about 7 years. Here's the Kenyan advice. I've been wanting to tell you guys this for a while. I said, oh my goodness.
But I know that there's people in Europe that are planning to come to Kenya, and that's where they want to go. They want to go to Casarina. Because sex is the oldest thing to be sold in society. Women have been, bought, sold, traded, stolen.
When we're talking about Mtwapa,
Yeah.
we are not talking about Mombasa. Actually, Mtwapa is in Kilifi.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out.
So
Kilifi
this is
County,
the
yes.
point.
People will try to typecast you about the kind of white you are, or the class of white you are, or why you're in Kenya, and then when they find you in Mtwapa, they think, oh, you're here for Casarina. You're here to go pick up a lady. Sure. You don't have to go to Mtwapa to do that.
The reason why this is a hub today is because it was likely castrating the man, taking
And
the
taking
women at a
the
higher
women.
rate. Yeah, taking
Yes,
two
yes.
women to one man, 3 women to one man.
Actually, Arabs came in as a white man
Actually, Arabs came in as a white man.
Yes.
down here. So this is the truth, I don't want to
Because
lie to you.
when you say Mzungu Mwitu, you're not being a nice Kenyan. You know what I'm saying? Or when you say Kenya Kimbo.
What exactly what are you people trying to talk about?
Semanini? Nasema nothing.
Funny
Hakuna.
enough,
Are you the one? I don't think.
I don't think I'm the one. I'm here with my bro. What's your name, man?
I'm Desmond.
How do we meet? Tell them the truth. Tell them the story of how we met officially.
Oh, really? Actually,
Well, I'll see if you tell it well. If not, I'll correct him.
okay. How we came to meet?
Yeah.
You know this. I met you through Facebook.
Yes.
Friends.
Wanderlust Diaries.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we came to know each other after I came to realize that you actually in Mtwapa and I was in Mtwapa then.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to meet this guy who have been my friend. People meet, people come from different areas. And we came about this.
Yeah.
I contacted you.
Now.
I looked for you.
Yeah.
I used to see you down there. In your pictures, I could see the beaches around here.
Yeah.
For example, the beach,
Copacabana.
Copacabana. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Salama Beach.
this guy must be around here.
Yeah.
So when I asked you, actually you showed up.
Yeah.
You were around.
Now I'm gonna give them the funny part. The funny part is this: Wanderlust Diaries has been very good to me, but sometimes it's been very bad to me.
Like I was blocked.
Right? Yeah. So Desmond here said something on Wanderlust one time, and I said I'm not messing with this shit today, and I just blocked him. But I blocked many people on there, right? And then whenever we bumped into each other outside.
Exactly.
And he recognized me right away from Wanderlust.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. He's calling my name. I'm like, who's this guy this time, you know? And so he's telling me, oh, I know you from Wanderlust too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, let me find you on Facebook, and I search his name.
But we realized that
I
Desmond
blocked
was
him.
not there. I tried searching my name through your wall, and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Then you just remind me that, oh, I must have blocked some people, you know.
Yeah.
Let us find out. And I realized that I was one of the people, the guys whom you blocked.
Yeah, this is my blocked bro, but we
Oh
took
my
up
God.
emoji.
Oh my God. Oh
Look at
my
me.
God. After blocking me. Actually,
So we're in Mtwapa. You live in Mtwapa right now, right?
sure.
You got some kind of job. I've never been fully clear on what it is. Maybe it doesn't matter, but he got some kind of job. Staying in Mtwapa.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in town, Mombasa town side,
Yeah,
or you was
yeah,
at one
yeah,
time.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, how well do you know Mtwapa? Like, for how long have you been in this area?
Actually, I had been in Mtwapa right now for about 1 month, or 1 year, some 6 months, one and a half year.
Eh?
That is, I came from Addis Ababa. That is last year.
Addis
Last year
Ababa,
by May.
Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
4 years?
I've been there for around 4.5 years, 4.5 years to 5 years, you know.
Yeah.
So when I came back over here, I came back to Kenya. I was in Nairobi. Then I came down here to Mombasa, and I landed in Mtwapa. So right now I'm here for about a year or so.
What a
That-
place to land.
It's a cool place actually.
There
Mtwapa
we
is a
go.
cool place. I just want to tell people outside there, Mtwapa is a cool place.
Yeah, and that's what
But-
that's what we're gonna discuss.
Butts.
The butts and everything else. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta be cautious when you stay around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when it comes to ladies. There is nothing so dangerous with Mtwapa than the ladies around here.
Oh no. Now,
There's nothing
now
so
let me ask
dangerous
this before
than the
we move
ladies
forward.
around
Before we get in deeper, is that true about Mtwapa, or does it include Malindi, Bamburi, Shanzu, Nyali, Diani, Lakoni? Does it include all those places too?
Thank
Or
you
do
for the
thi-
question.
Or do you think this place is by far
Thank
crazier
you,
than the
thank you
rest?
for the question.
Yeah.
But actually, this is my analysis.
Okay.
Even before I got to Mtwapa,
Yeah.
the least I could get from any other party before I was in Mtwapa was that it was a hub.
Yeah.
You know, it was a hub for something else. That is, with the ladies around here, it was much more dangerous compared to the other areas you're talking about, like
Right.
Malindi, Bamburi.
Right.
You get to Nyali, you get to other areas, Lamu and Watamu and all that.
Yeah, Watamu.
I don't know actually what made Mtwapa look bad, but what I see here, we Kenyans, our ladies here, they want just to live like they're in America, they're in
Hey.
Europe, something sort of. They're actually doing this thing literally over here. It's a business all over.
Yeah.
So this makes it so dangerous for us because we don't know how many men we're sweeping outside here.
Yeah.
This is what makes it so dangerous.
And there's a lot of Europeans
exactly
in the coast, and this in Mtwapa has a high concentration of them as well.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone settles down here.
When you're white and you walk in Mtwapa, unless you're a younger guy like me, people don't really think anything of it. And even with me, they might not think anything of it. Because they're used to seeing the Wazungu, the white people.
Actually, they see they're seeing dollars,
And people see dollars. And this is the juicy topics that we've actually been avoiding for a while.
Yes.
But it's the real conversation that we discuss. Now, it's interesting because in the coast, someone in Bamburi will be like, ooh, I'm Mtwapa. Or Nyali, or Diani, ooh, I'm Mtwapa, right? But
Sure.
then people in Nairobi, people that have money, people that have good jobs, they're like, ooh, I love Mtwapa.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mtwapa.
They wanna get to Mtwapa.
A
They
good
wanna
way.
get to Mtwapa.
Yeah, so this place is a yin and yang. It's an extreme yin and yang. And on my Copacabana video, I called it the Las Vegas of Kenya. But I think the Las Vegas of Kenya is the whole coast.
Yes, sure.
As far as lifestyle and international culture and never sleeping, you can stay awake all night in the coast. You can in Nairobi
Like you can see.
Yeah.
Actually, it's actually quite late.
We're
I
on a
think it's
quiet
almost-
street, but this is one of the main stages. But just at the road, there's many
Yes.
clubs still open, and around the corner there's still clubs open.
We are in Mtwapa actually
Yeah.
this hour of the night, And we are comfortably outside here discussing, holding a discussion right now.
It's 12:30 a.m. And it's funny, I was with my bro Felix. I was with my bro Felix in Umoja 1, and we stood outside in Umoja 1 at 2 in the morning doing this. And we had the same discussion about safety and security, because the common foreigner question is, how is security there? Now, when I work with my students in Latin America, they have serious security issues. They wouldn't be standing here at this time of night in Bogota, Colombia, or La Paz, Bolivia, perhaps. And I'm still learning your cities, by the way. I hope I didn't misspeak about La Paz, but I know that Colombia has a certain level of danger at night. So does Brazil, Mexico City.
Lots of insecurity.
Yeah,
that is when you go south.
So Africa has a bad image for security, but the security here, I'm glad you mentioned it, it's really not bad.
If we don't discuss much about the security, this is one thing I'll tell for sure. In Mtwapa, we don't have insecurity issues. I can tell that is why we're standing right now here. There is no one who is bothered about what we're doing, and we're not scared. We don't want to know about the others too. No one wants to know what we're doing, because everyone knows along the streets, people are walking around the whole night, the whole day. Actually, everyone is telling, like in Mtwapa, distinguishedly, you won't get to know when is the day and when is the night, because we will always be going. People walk down here daytime, all day, all night.
Cars moving.
So, you cannot go about distinguishing the day and the night. People do their businesses during the day, and all night also people are actually going about their business. So we don't worry about that. And security issues, security concerns, we don't have that much issues. We'll walk. Actually, where we're standing right now, this is a way towards the beach. If you want to go to Copacabana right now, you will make it to the beach, and you will find people, open. People are having a lot of fun. Especially today is on a Sunday. You will be surprised. Tomorrow people are waking up for jobs, but we are having fun down there. Right next to the roads. Everyone, so many people. Where we're standing right now, you won't see a lot of people, but when you go down there, you will see a lot of people having fun.
We came to a quiet corridor where the wind is blocked a little bit, and there's not so much noise. We just got the motorbikes and cars behind us about once every 30 seconds, but that's a high pace for 12:30 in the morning. In this place, okay, here's a fun fact. Around 2015, this place was about 50,000 people. As of the last year or two, it's almost 100,000. So from 50,000 to 100,000 people in about 7 years. That's also with Corona era. So this town has like a serious population explosion. Development everywhere. Now in my hood, south of here, there's development too, but it's nothing like Mtwapa. This town is very established. It's more vast than it seems.
Exactly.
But the world kind of revolves around this post area, right?
This is the center of Mtwapa. Whenever someone talks to you about Mtwapa, they won't fail to mention Poster. Actually,
this is the CBD.
This is the CBD. Actually, this is where you're going to find everything you want, everything you need around here. You got everything here. If you want to take you around, regardless of the fact that there are no people around here right now, so many people, but whatever you need,
what do you
whatever
need?
you want,
you want octopus?
You're still going to access it at this particular point. You're going to have everything you need. Even at this particular moment, you will have it.
Grilled, any animal grilled pretty much. Octopus, fish, beef.
Sure. You have all these.
We're at a cell phone shop. There's a liquor shop by us. My glasses are off. I can't see well. We got hotels around. Hotels for sleeping. Hotels for eating. Shoes. Just name it and it's here. It's the CBD.
If you want to know exactly where we are, you ask someone. If you know somewhere we are around Candace Arcade, that is the hotel
Candace right here. Behind.
Candace just some corner around here.
Candace is just right there, directly behind. It's a hotel, restaurant, club.
Yeah, sure.
It seems like they're not clubbing anymore.
But it's working. It's functional right now. Even if you get around that, if you get there, Candace, we got a club there.
So let's talk about that while we're on the topic, because people that have stayed here longer than you are telling me that the town's becoming boring, that it's not lively the way it used to be, and they're saying that Bamburi Fisheries is the new Mtwapa in every level. What you just talked about, plus the nightlife, plus population explosion.
Actually, I haven't been here for quite a long time, but this is out of concern. My friends and myself in person, there used to be a lively situation over here unlike today. People have moved. I don't know actually what is causing this one, but life itself is making people move. Lots of people have moved to Bamburi at the moment, even as we're still standing outside here and people are walking. But the lively situation is actually beefing up around there at Bamburi. So many people are still in Mtwapa, and so many people have migrated to Bamburi at the moment.
What's the determining factor for people choosing Bamburi?
It's just about a lifestyle.
The action?
It's just about a lifestyle.
More
So many people used to be in Mtwapa, and from the fact that after being in Mtwapa for a long time, with the name, actually the name that Mtwapa is bearing, so many people got used to the fact that there are lots of activities that are going around here that some of the people don't like.
Yeah.
And you know, when some of the guys are getting, you see, someone is coming around the fact that Mtwapa has a lot of business that some people are treating as they are not, actually they're evil in a way. They're moving from Mtwapa to Bamburi, you know, and everyone is trying to find their lives outside Mtwapa. That is what is happening.
Yeah.
And Bamburi is just the next hub situated on your way from Mtwapa along the Lamu Road.
If you ask my opinion, Bamburi is the Nairobi of coast.
Exactly.
Do you agree with that statement?
Bamburi, Nairobi.
I say it because there's way more business. It's very big. There's nice housing. There's ghetto housing. There's a lot of nightlife. It's close to town.
Exactly.
So it seems it's like an Eastlands neighborhood or something.
The
from
connectivity.
Nairobi.
The connectivity.
Yeah,
That
the
is,
connection, the location.
when you talk about Mombasa,
Congestion.
yes. When we talk about, actually, let me drive you to the point.
Yes.
When we're talking about Mtwapa, we are not talking about Mombasa. Actually, Mtwapa is in Kilifi.
Oh, thank you for pointing that out.
So
Kilifi
this
County,
is the point.
yes.
When we go back to Bamburi, now we are talking about Mombasa.
Yes.
So people move from Mtwapa to Bamburi because they want to settle around Mombasa itself. as a
Closer to the
county.
city.
It's closer to the city. That is it.
Yeah.
Unlike when someone is in Kilifi. So lifestyle, actually, even if you do yourself the lifestyle audit,
Yeah.
for most of the people who are in Mtwapa, there's some difference from the people who are living in Mombasa.
Yeah.
Actually, Mombasa, in Mtwapa, we are in Kilifi itself. So
Yeah, Nico Poa.
we're experiencing different lifestyles over here. That is why it's OP. So people will be living from here to Bamburi because of this kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right, so
Connectivity, the business itself, and all that, the activities that are going around.
and I think more chances of jobs over there, maybe.
Most definitely.
Or is it the same? Yeah. Yes.
Most, like,
okay.
like in Mtwapa,
Yeah.
for example, for instance, I will bring you back here. Like in Mtwapa, there are actually not lots of jobs. The activities that are going around here, the town itself, only lots of businesses we have here, and the lots of businesses that are actually booming here
Yeah.
are like clubs and the bars and all that. So
A
you
few
know,
good hotels.
and the hotels.
Yeah.
So you would just get exactly the point when we talk about this one.
Yeah.
Most of the people, the jobs that are here are actually in the field. They wouldn't sustain everybody. So people moving close to where they will be going for jobs in town and all that.
Yeah.
So in Mtwapa, not lots of jobs.
And you
Even
only-
the private sectors, we don't have a lot of jobs around, apart from the beaches around that are providing the jobs for.
Yeah. And you
Yes.
only need so many homewares. You only need so many small pubs, so
Yeah.
many big clubs. Now, big clubs still have a market here because there's less than 5 of them, right?
Sure,
You got
exactly.
Casa Arena. There's
We
one.
have the
There's
yacht.
one by Yacht.
We have the yacht,
Then
the
there's
new
the
one.
one by the
We
City
have
Mall.
the-
Not City Mall, but the Northern Mall. What's it? Where Quick Mart is?
What is it
I
called?
just saw it on my way. Danka.
Danka.
There's Danka.
Actually, it's one of the oldest clubs.
Yeah,
here.
Danka, Casa Arena.
Casa Arena and Danka.
And then Yacht is
Yacht,
the new
Yacht
one.
is the new one.
And then maybe we can say La Marina.
La Marina.
And is there another big one?
Which one?
Greenwood used to be going,
Greenwood
but
actually
I
did
tried to
still-
go there a few weeks ago and it was
Greenwood
closed.
is still working. It's good. It's actually.
So that's 5 bigger clubs,
Sure.
and that's it. Everything else is small pubs. So if you're going, look. All right, here's the Kenyan advice. I've been wanting to tell you guys this for a while. Don't open a business that's just like your neighbor's business, for God's sake.
Sure.
There's no point. It's already there. So if you're going to open a club, make it different. Be unique. Have your waitresses wear a unique outfit, pink shirts. I'm not going to give you my
You try to be
There's some
creative.
things that you can do to be
You
unique.
try to be creative.
Yes,
That
and,
is-
and you train your staff to carry themselves in a certain way and pay them a little bit better than the next guy, because these wait staffs are barely getting paid.
it's a competition.
They're making
all over.
8,000, 12,000 shillings a month.
Sure.
They get a single room for 3K, 5K, and you know, people deserve a little bit better than that. So
Sure.
I saw that happen a lot here, where people would close down their boutique and open a pub.
A pub.
And now that same pub is closed, and there's another one there. Or now there's a pool table there and a different small pub, you know. But the pool table makes a difference. How many of these
Sure.
small pubs have a pool table?
Not
That
all.
one determining factor can bring you more customers.
Exactly. That
Because
is
these
why.
men will play all day.
That is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know, this is my point when I try to say, like, okay, you'd rather go for the club, but you try to be a little bit creative.
Yes.
Try shake what the others don't offer. Don't offer everything they're offering, because not you're actually going to attract the same almost the same customers. But
Yeah.
how you're going to drive your business is another story. Because when you're going to offer the same thing, you know, both of you are going to lack values because you're attracting the same customers. So
Yeah.
you're going to share the customer, you're going to divide the customer. At the end of the day, you don't have anything and the other party don't have anything. So if you try to be creative enough, probably you're going to get people from somewhere else. They're going to come and watch, see
Like
what you
yachts.
have. Yeah,
Like yachts.
exactly.
And I mean, everybody might not want to admit it, but even Casarina, it has a brand of its own.
Yeah.
It might not be savory to everybody,
Sure.
but I know that there's people in Europe that are planning to come to Kenya, and that's where they want to go. They
Casarina.
want to go to
Because of
Casarina.
Casarina, you know.
And
Actually,
it's full of beautiful young women
that
who
is
are,
true. That
you
is
know,
true.
looking for a little
You
bit of
know,
work.
That is true. You know,
Yeah.
you know what? If we try check how our clubs are running here, okay, I'm not saying that I know exactly everything that is happening there.
Yeah.
But from the fact that I've been to Casarina, I've been to Yash, that is
Yeah.
the latest
Yes.
and the oldest. That is
Yes.
the comparison I'm trying to bring here. You see, how Casarina is doing their stuff is completely different from the
Yes.
Yash.
Big
Yash
time.
is trying to run the modern type of club.
Modern, classy, cover charge.
Exactly.
All that.
But when
yeah.
you go to Casarina, they will just trying to bring in the old stuff that so many people want to run away from, and they're doing it
Yeah.
internationally. You know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
this is why they're attracting a lot of the Europeans and the, let me say, the white guys all around
Yeah,
here.
yeah, feel
They
free.
actually want to go to Casarina. Like right now, if you visit Casarina, you'll find all the whites around Mtwapa there in Casarina.
and there's 20 out of 40 women in there. 20 of them are beautiful.
They're all in Casarina. And then when you want to visit, you want to see the modern type of clubbing we're doing here in Mtwapa, I'll take you to Yacht.
Yeah, you go to Yacht.
Today,
Yeah.
we have a reggae session over there.
Yeah.
That is what you see.
Yeah.
So, the lifestyle here, whatever is happening here in Mtwapa, we have new things, we have old things. That is, whatever happened then and what is happening today, we having new things. We are trying to be creative enough. With my
Yeah.
friends here, he's just trying to give you a picture of what is happening here. Whatever is happening in Mtwapa for the longest period he has been here. He's been here, he's going to Nairobi, coming back here, trying to figure out what is happening new, different from whatever he left.
And this isn't, for the record, it's not the only place I go in the coast, but I got my first apartment here, so people got real familiar with my face here. But, you know, people will try to typecast you about the kind of white you are, or the class of white you are, or why you're in Kenya, and then when they find you in Mtwapa, they think, oh, you're here for Casarina, you're here to go pick up a lady.
Sure, sure.
You don't have to go to Mtwapa to do that, and that's why in the beginning I asked about Malindi, Diani, Shands, all of these places. You can do the same activities,
Yeah.
but here has been branded as a party town.
It's
And
a hub. It's a hub,
It's a hub.
actually.
Yes, and when you look it up on Wikipedia, it says some very unsavory things that I again think are deceptive. Because when you say those things apply to Mtwapa as if Mtwapa is the only place, it's not true, because a lot of these bad activities, we're talking about sex trafficking and child trafficking. I just read it. When I was walking to meet him, I was trying to double check my population stats on Mtwapa for the video, and I look up population of Mtwapa. I go to a Wikipedia article. It doesn't tell me the population, but it tells me how Mtwapa is a hub for sex and child trafficking. And I said, oh my goodness. You know, do they say that on Wikipedia for Nairobi? Do they say it for Diani? Do they say it for Malindi and homosexual prostitutes in Malindi? See, we're really saying some stuff now. So, with that said, and mentioning that word prostitute, I want to say one thing for the record. How far do I want to go with this one? The Malaya prostitution conversation has happened a lot with me, and it happens a lot with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And for the record, me, Matt Diamond, I'm not judging you for what you have to do to survive, but just be honest. The tricks, the robberies, all that, that's not cool. Pretending to like these guys that you walk with, and really it's just to take something, that's very, very not cool. And that karma will just come back to you. So if you have to go into that lifestyle, find a proper way to do it, like a clean business way to do it. Right?
Sure,
because
sure.
sex is the oldest thing to be sold in society. Sure. Women have been, bought, sold, traded,
it's been
stolen.
branded the cheapest thing today. And going about it, it's the cheapest thing, actually, the cheapest thing you would acquire, because you see all over the streets, everyone is going about it.
Yeah.
And you want to tell me that it's quite expensive anymore.
Oh, are we taking
Yeah. Can you tell us about Mtwapa? Anything you want to say about Mtwapa?
Mtwapa is crazy, man. I'm dusty. So many Muzungus with hope of finding cheap kuma. It's terrible.
She just said exactly what we were
Oh
talking
my God,
about, though. Like,
this is quite,
the
this is quite
concept-
interesting.
that was unplanned, of course.
There's someone actually, some passer by the street. They're telling you exactly what we're talking about. You can see it's not actually, there isn't anything deceptive in what I was trying to say.
it's true. It's true. Yeah.
And I want to tell you why. I want to bring you back here. We're talking about something, whatever is happening in Mtwapa is happening in Malindi, is happening in all over South Coast and North Coast, where you go deep. But this is what is happening. Mtwapa is where everyone used to settle. People go to Malindi, and where do they come from? They're settling in Mtwapa. They want to go to Diani, where do they settle in?
Yeah.
They're all settling in Mtwapa. So everything, with all these people, you're going to find them down there in Diani, whatever the businesses they're doing there. If you try figure out where they're coming from, they're all back from Mtwapa.
We talked about that last time we met, about how someone will live here and they act like they live a normal life, but they go into all their business in another town.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then they come back and they stay in the house, because you can get a good house in Mtwapa for a good price. The whole coast is beautiful.
You know,
But Mtwapa has very competitive housing prices. There's a lot of new housing.
Yeah,
You can
sure.
go to the quiet side of town. You can be here at Posta, where there's a little bit more noise. So you can get kind of every side of it. You can be in the village, Mtomadoni. Is it Mtomadoni?
Yeah,
That's right.
Mtomadoni. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to Mtomadoni
Yeah.
and be completely left alone and pay 200 shillings every time you go somewhere on a bike.
And there's lots of cool places, that we
Yeah.
have. There are lots of housings around here.
Yeah.
There are some cool areas that you wouldn't know if some people living there.
Yes.
But sure, the guys over there,
Yeah.
they will do their businesses how they want to do it. You won't know who is there, and no one will be following you. Actually, there is no one who will want to know whatever you're doing. So this one makes, again, Mtwapa a hub for everyone. Some are hiding, some are just living their normal lives. But you try to find out the kind of lifestyles we're living here. That is why we're telling it's actually, it's a little bit tricky in Mtwapa, I don't mean everyone is a bad one. Everyone is bad in Mtwapa. We have the coolest people. We are in the coolest place. We are in Mombasa. Let you people forget, we are at the coast.
Yeah.
The coast residents, coast people are the most lovely people we have
Yeah,
in Kenya.
yeah, very
they are
friendly,
people.
very friendly.
Everyone knows this much.
Yeah.
And that is why we are capable of walking along their streets.
Yeah.
They're not that, you
I
understand.
leave for a year and people are greeting me saying I'm fat now. I say Najua, bro. Good to see you.
They're giving you everything,
Let me ask a really loaded question. This is a big question. So, since we're focusing on the fact that this is a bit of a hub, at one time it was also where a sultan lived, like 700 years ago,
Yeah.
whenever the Swahili slave trade was still happening. And with that industry came a lot of sex industry. A lot of that industry with those Omani Arabs was centered around taking African women, more women than men,
Sure.
castrating the man. First time saying this on my channel, castrating the man, taking
And
the
taking
women at
their
a higher
women.
rate. Yeah, taking
Yes,
2
yes.
women to 1 man, 3 women to 1 man. And these are Congolese, these are Western Kenyans, Ugandans, Costarians, Gilliamas, all that. So do you think the reason why this is a hub today is because it was likely a hub 700 years ago? Do you think there's any correlation there?
Actually,
or am I just imagining?
Historically, that is now, we want to base everything historically here.
Yeah.
If you check, we are still talking about the coast.
Yeah.
Actually,
The whole coast.
The entire coast attracted so many people, different people that back then, our lives as Africans started, the creativity of our lives started by the coast.
Yeah.
So, so many things did happen. Today we have a lot of people here, down here the coast, we have lots of Arabs. We still have the trademarks over here. And they're actually ruling the coast.
New mosque, there's a new mosque, got the governors, Omani.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a new mosque here, there's another new mosque.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what is happening. When this one did happen, this trade started a long time ago, just like you put it.
Yeah.
So whatever happened then, and our ladies started chasing the white man. Actually, Arabs came in as a white man.
Yes.
Down here. See,
Thanks.
this is the truth.
Thanks for saying it.
This is the truth, I don't want to lie to
an
you.
Indian can be called a Mzungu.
Definitely.
Because Mzungu technically means a wanderer. It technically, by definition, means a wanderer, not actually white skin.
Sure.
But then anybody with pale skin is going to be called a Mzungu or any foreigner. But by definition, technically, a Nigerian is a Mzungu in Kenya, right? Yeah. And so some people don't want to agree to that. And then I think people that use Mzungu maliciously definitely won't agree to it because they want to insist that they're not being bad when they say it.
Sure.
But when you say Mzungu Mwitu, you're not being a nice Kenyan. You know what I'm saying? Or when you say Kenya Kimbo,
meaning,
there's these
when
terms.
they call him Mzungu Mwitu, meaning you are deceptive, you're kind of a deceptive Mzungu,
So there's words that get thrown around. But anyway, let me get my thought back. The fact that you just mentioned that the Arabs came and they were the white guys.
They tend to do our ladies. Actually, they took our ladies away from us.
Yes.
That is, it started from our colonial period.
Way before.
They took our men. They took men from their ladies, and they took them to European countries. They went there to labor, whereby some of them didn't come back. And when they left their ladies back behind here, some of them Wazungus took their ladies or the same.
Yeah.
So this thing, wherever the ladies that were snatched their men. Actually, I don't think if they're the same ladies who traded the Wazungus, but the ones who actually were eagerly interested in the Wazungus started the business. Why? Because they would come calling for the Wazungu. They actually saw something different from the one whose husbands were snatched away, who lost their loved ones and all that.
And
the
by
business
the way,
started from there.
And by the way, the U.S. Navy today, I was in the Navy, guys, for those that don't know.
Yeah.
When they go to port, what do you think the sailors do?
The sailors.
They buy women. They buy alcohol.
Definitely, they do.
That's what they do. This has been happening. This has been happening for millennia.
Because they're not working with their women,
Yeah. Well, I wish we could go deep into the history of slave trade, all that, because it goes deep. He misspoke on one thing about it was way before the British. The British ended the slavery, and I just learned that. They ended the slavery. Now, whether that doesn't mean they're great, doesn't mean they're gods. That's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
Don't attack me in the comments and all that nonsense. We're just talking factual history. So the slavery with the Omans, the ruins here are from like 1300, 1400. So that's what, 700, 600 years? Sure. And then when you look deeper, Islam has been in Africa for no less than 2,000 years.
Sure.
And this trade has been happening the entire time. And yes, some might have went to Europe. Many went to Muslim countries. Many went to India.
Sure.
Right? And then, of course, you got the West African trade side, and that's the only one we hear about. We have to do a whole video on the Swahili trade because the Swahili trade is being swept under the rug like it never happened.
Sure.
And it might even be dangerous for you to be talking about it. Even out here on the street, somebody might be like, huh?
What exactly what are you people trying to talk about?
Nothing.
Funny enough, we have to address everybody in.
Hey, bro.
What's up?
Hey.
We gotta address everyone here in English because we're not gonna address everybody in Swahili. I'm a Kenyan though.
Yeah.
I'm actually not walking off my culture. I'm a Kenyan. I'm a Luo, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not from the coast.
Yes.
But for the fact that I'm a Kenyan, I'm a Luo, I'm not from the coast doesn't deprive me from the fact that I can still do a very good Swahili. Yeah, niaje bro? Uko fiti?
Mimi artist.
Si ukuje hapa hivi kama artist. Tuambie niaje hapa hivi.
This is Soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you, bro. Yeah.
Thank you.
He got the dog.
Yeah, this is affordable card.
Okay.
unamwelezea vizuri sio? Attention! Kenya tuko chonde yesa. Apande mkati. Corona ilipokuja iliachiwa serikali mwananchi kama ni serikali, saluti kwa serikali. Angalia kamera. Saluti kwa serikali hapa. Toka kidole hapa. Basi. Corona au sio? Imeletwa na Mkenya ama ni Mchina? Kama ni Mchina, serikali imemdhibiti. Sasa hivi wameregeshwa kwao. Wanapigana nani? Wanapigana na Mjapani. Saluti tena kwa serikali kwa kuondoa Mchina. Corona times 1 mwenyewe unajua imekuja COVID-19 inatufunza nini? Kila Mkenya apate injection. Apate wakati ulipata injection ya hand. Kama ulipata injection ya hand au sio depend on. Mimi najua huwezi kosa kama ulipata injection fupi. Hata mimi nipate. Kenya yote ambayo atakosa injection ya COVID-19, serikali ikipata ndani yako, faini yake inatoa 1.5 apande au sio? Au sio? Saluti kwa serikali hapa. Bonga hapa haraka tumalize. Serikali kwa lockdown na kuondoa iliweza mejeza kama iliweza high five. Serikali inaendelea nchini ambayo inaongoza Kenya ni handshake kama si kama handshake. Okay. Kama unapenda amani, yani kama unapenda peace katika country yetu ya Kenya, au sio? Iko ume sit down, au sio? Ama kama ume stand up. Release barakoa down, alafu utangaze amani. Release barakoa chini. Angusha barakoa chini apande, alafu weke kichwa chini. Order afande. Weka mwili chini, kichwa katikati ya mguu. Put down, head. Hapo unaenda sana. Head. Katikati ya mguu ni wapi? Katikati ya mguu ni wapi? Yeah, this is
I salute you guys.
Yeah, man. And this the first born fine. And me, artist, look at the
You see what the guy doing?
Bottle knife.
You see what the guy doing? So now, these are the Swahili guys, you know. These are the people down here.
Yeah, Costarian.
Called Swahili, but he's a Costarian.
Yeah.
This is the bottle knife. Yeah.
Oh wow, we're really getting it now.
Good. Afande, kafanya mwisho, kule mwisho. Huko mwisho kabisa.
Wow, this guy, I never saw him do this one.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Amazing.
Okay.
This is why it's the Las Vegas. It's not, you know what I mean? Perfect timing.
Kenya, hakuna matata.
Sure. Hakuna matata.
Kabisa.
Hakuna matata hapa. Wow.
Way. Now you're just being arrogant.
This guy is kind of mocking us, you know, this is mockery. How are you gonna do this stuff?
Hey.
I mean, how are you gonna? Can you find this one in Los Angeles?
I
Are you gonna
mean,
do this?
I
Not even in
I
Japan,
imagine you
not
can,
even in
but
China. Not even in China where they're doing a lot of kung fu.
it's amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Yo.
You got a whole bag of tricks and a loaf of bread.
We're gonna party this, man.
What? I call him arrogant so he gets out another bottle.
Oh my.
Kenya, hakuna matata.
By any chance you find yourself in Mtwapa,
Hi.
Mambo.
Hi.
It's a pub
Some of the
owner.
things.
Hey, you want to shout out your pub?
Some of the things.
Enjoy. Kidogo, and Goja Kidogo. We just met one of the pub owners on the street. Mambo. Hey, we just met many people.
You must do when you get here.
All right, we're back again. This is our third try. We were flowing so good, and then suddenly the dog came and everything changed. So we're talking about no matter where you come from within Kenya, around Africa, Europe, all around the world, America, when you come to Mtwapa, what must you do? 3 things that you
Here are
must
the
do.
3 things you must do.
Yes.
When you get to Mtwapa,
Ah,
wherever you're coming from,
Nah.
once you visit Mtwapa, we got the beaches around. That is one thing for sure. And no one wouldn't want to visit the beach. We have the Copacabana. I'm telling you this, it's a pretty nice place. We got the clubs over there. You can go hang out there. You can go swim and have every fun you want to have there. There's so many people around there. You can even have friends around.
calamari, red snapper,
Then,
white snapper. You can get all the fresh fish.
That is Copacabana.
Yes.
Definitely they're gonna do you that. You wanna eat some fresh fish, they're gonna get you that. And you're gonna enjoy your day.
Yeah.
And not only Copacabana, just around here. We have the moorings the other side.
Yes.
We have the creeks down there. I'm telling you guys, don't come to Mtwapa and fail to visit this area. These are some things you wouldn't wanna miss.
Yeah.
And we have the floating beach. I mean, we have the floating. When you go down there, the creek, we have the La Marina, we have the mooring the other side, and you want to go down there, take the boat, and then you can ride. They can take you around. I think these are the most enjoyable stuff you won't forget in Mtwapa, and you would want to go about this one while you are at the coast.
So we got
most interesting things you want to do. Talk about that one. Then I first talk about the first one. You go to Copacabana. The second one, we have the creeks around that you wouldn't fail to visit.
Yes.
And the third one, now let's come about our night lifestyle.
Yes.
The reason as to why we are still outside here, it's actually almost 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
And we outside here.
And 5 ladies just interrupted us.
The guys outside. Actually, no one is sleeping. People are not sleeping. Fine, guys are sleeping, but some of us, we are still outside here.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna take your time, spend some of your 2 or 3 hours outside here. At least try to experience your nightlife, night times outside here. See what is happening in Mtwapa during the night, so that you can probably have the same experience with us. Maybe you're gonna see something different from what we see, but I hope you will enjoy.
Absolutely. And top 3 things not to do. Let me see. Don't ever leave your drink unattended anywhere in Mtwapa or Nairobi or really a lot of Kenyan nightclubs. You don't leave your drink unattended ever. You carry it with you and you keep it covered because somebody will drop them chilling.
That is especially the yacht. Our most recent club.
They're doing that there?
Yes.
So they call it mchele, which is Swahili for rice, but it's actually just a sleeping pill. So it can go on the fingernail, it can go in a packet right in your drink, it can go on a woman's nipple that takes you home or you take home, and once you pass out, you wake up, your place is empty. So these are things you shouldn't do anywhere in the world, to be honest. But here, because of the culture and the nightlife, and if that's what you're into, you got to be wise about it. Number 2, Kenya is so friendly. Everybody's smiley. Almost everybody, like 93% of the country is friendly and smiley to you. But that doesn't mean that they're your best friend. It doesn't mean you invite them to your house for lunch every time. If you really want to feed somebody, meet them for lunch at a hotel, at a restaurant, because there's good restaurants around. Like we said, you can go to the beach and you can do the fish, calamari. Here in town, you can do chicken biryani,
you gotta do them.
chomas. And what's the third thing not to do? Don't be a dummy and leave here broke. A lot of people say that when you go to coast with money and you leave with nothing.
You leave without anything.
Because you get caught up in a lifestyle or you start doing too many favors.
Like we said, it's easier getting to coast, but it's very difficult walking away from, especially when you're coming from the other parts of Kenya, away from the coast. It's very easy getting to the coastal region, but very, very hard to walk away from it because you will walk empty-handed. That is it.
Yes. My conclusion on Mtwapa is the same that it's always been. I think it's a cool place. It's growing. It's very safe. My least favorite thing about it is the streets are really dusty, so it gets in your eyes. And when you come around, as soon as you pull into Mtwapa, you're like, damn, it's dusty. But I think Mtwapa is really cool. It's just like anywhere. It depends on what you do with it. You know what I mean? And also, just like anywhere, the longer you're around, the more local you become, and the more local your occurrences might become. You know, your gossips or dramas and different things. So treat Mtwapa well. It should treat you okay. Don't overstay. Enjoy your time. Peace and love, Kenya.